I'm here today to teach you upcoming actors, actress, important things to know when you're about to go for an audition, and teach you some little tricks on how to train yourself how to be a better actor. I can say this is an actor's training page. Also, where we pick and harness talents too that really want to go far in the Nollywood. Now, a lot of people have come to me, they come to my DM, they come to production. I want to act, I want to act, I want to act. Give me opportunity to act, and then boom, you give them opportunity. Most of them will come, and when they come, they just like they score the lines, they just score the lines and just come and render the lines. Some of them will come with stage fright, they get frightened when they see the big actors, they see the your co-colleagues acting with you, they get this stage fright. And some of them will just come, okay, I'm good, I'm trying to go, they want to do it, you know, perfectly, let's do it perfectly. And then sometimes they make mistakes, a lot of mistakes. Number one, those of them who just come and they score the lines because they can actually retain and memorize lines very easily. They just come and they just give the lines without acting the lines, without actually interpreting the lines, what it takes, or putting what they have as an actor in that line they are rendering. They just come and give the lines, and then for them, oh, I scored the lines, I don't directors will like me, I didn't give them problem, I just went and I gave my lines. Good. Most directors will like you because they don't want to waste time on set. Some scenes takes you 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how long the scene, the lines in the scene is, and depending on how good the characters can take their lines so fast to understand line takes faster. It makes them have enough easy shoots and time, you know, lessen their time and expenses and expenditure. For instance, in Asaba, they shoot movies for 3 days, 4 days. Imagine if you bring an actor that cannot actually retain or take in lines so easily. You might be there shooting a particular scene for hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, and then the director will be like, oh, this production is supposed to be for just 3 days, and now this people can't even take their lines. Good. There is no problem. But there are directors who don't just want you to come and take lines. You just come and just take your lines and you go. No, they want you to act the line because they know what the line means. Now, how to give your line what it means is what we are going to be teaching here today. Is what I'm going to be teaching you here today, because most actors and directors don't just want you to come and just render the lines. Good. Getting your line is one of the most important things every actor should do. But understanding the line, and that understanding the imagery, the picturization, the meaning, the symbols of the line you're rendering, it's very important because it will help you actualize and act your scene very well and give that scene what it really means. Yeah, give the place what it really means. So follow me as I take you on these 3 important things about acting, which is called the unity of time, place, and action. Now, I'm going to start with the unity of place. Now, most times you go into a scene, you know, in a Nigerian script these days now, they don't give you most scenarios, situations. They don't give you backstories. They don't tell you about the character you're going to act. They just boom, give you the script and give you the script, and this is your script. You act it. And what most actors do is to just go behind and they just score their lines. You know, normal, like I just told you, you don't want to cram the lines and come and render the lines and give you a little bit of acting. Now, most people don't understand that for you to actually actualize that your play, number one, you need to understand one thing. You need to read the script all over. Read the script the first time, trying to understand what the author is saying about the characters in the play, what the author is saying about the play, what is the message the play is carrying, what is the subject matter of the message, which is very important. As an actor, you need to read your scripts to understand it first, because now if you understand this particular thing, what is the author saying about the play, what is the subject matter, is there any other subject matter or themes in the play? Are you one of those people portraying those themes in the play, themes of love, themes of rape, themes of, are you also one of those characters portraying those themes? You need to find it out. Then when you finish reading it, know the subject matter and the themes portrays in the play, good. It will help you understand your character very well. Now, when you're reading through the second time, because it's very important to read it like 3 times, second time, you also read what the author is saying about your character. What the author of this place is saying about your character. Who is your character? Like I will always tell you, most plays of Nigerian scripts don't have backstory. They don't tell you who you are. They just say you're just from nowhere. Sometimes it's disjointed. You just jump in from nowhere and you see yourself in the house and you're giving your lines without telling you who you are, what you're doing here, what is your goal. These the questions you're supposed to answer. They don't tell you. Just say, you're playing so person, go and play it. Now, most of you, because you don't know all those things, like I said, you just go there and read your lines. You just read the lines. And when you read the lines, you've acted. But then a good actor just don't read lines. A good actor understand the lines and read the lines. Now, understanding the lines helps you in a lot of ways. Like I said, there are symbols, there are gestures, there are imagery that you need to actually give it out when giving your lines. But if you don't understand the lines, if you don't understand what the script or the character is, the author is saying about your character, you wouldn't do this. You wouldn't even know what it is. So as an upcoming actor, you need to read the script the first time, getting to know what the play is all about, the subject matter in it. The second time, getting to know what the author is saying about your character, the backstory. Now, the third time you read the lines, getting to know what the author is saying about other characters and what other characters is saying about your character. And how did your character end? What is his goal? What is his motive? What is his drive? Now, if you get to this point, then you now know that, look, okay, my character actually, and here I'm the villain. I came here. My goal is to make to be rich, to be wealthy, so I have to kill people. Okay, you have to kill people. Okay, now you start having the insight. Oh, in this play, I'm the protagonist. I was poor. I was this. Oh, now you know, you have the idea. So when you go on set to want to act, because you have this idea, you're now doing it very well. Now, when I say the unity of time, place, and action, I'll say the unity of place first. You're throwing in a scene into a scene, and boom, you cut yourself into a particular scene. Like I said, most Nigerian movies, they don't read the script, so you just find yourself in a scene and you're given a role to play, and then you're just there. Most times, as an upcoming, you'll be fidgeting. You don't know if you're getting it right. You don't know what to do or what next to do. Now, I will tell you one thing. Now, ask yourself the unity of place. Where am I? What am I doing here? Ask yourself this question. Oh, in this, I find myself in the hospital. There is a bed. Someone is lying on the bed. Who am I? What am I doing here? You look at yourself. What are you wearing? What's the costume you're putting on? Is it a lab coat? Are you wearing a spec? Are you having a file and a pen in your hand? Oh, I'm the doctor. Okay, if you are the doctor, what do doctors do? What do doctors do? You take care of patients. Okay, so how do I play this role? I've not done it before. Then you have to memorize. You have to imagine doctors. You pick up, although I will get to this other part of memory recall, the magic Eve, yes, later in my teachings, but now I'm just giving you a glimpse of it, like a foreshadow of what I'll teach you next. Now, you ask yourself, okay, now I'm a doctor. So how do doctors do? How do they talk? Do they look in a particular way? Are they ruffians? Are they easy going, flowing? How do they? Then, when you answer yourself this question, you know the real characterization of a doctor. It will help you actualize that same. Because, like I told you, most of Nigerian scripts, these things are not there. Like if you look at the foreign script, yes, the foreign script, every reaction, every expression is written down in the script. Every blockings, every movement is written down in the script. But most scripts don't come with this because they feel we are now elevated into a level where you don't have to teach you what to say, what to do. You just go there. You know the scene already now. You just act. No. Upcoming artists, they don't know these things. That's why they go for auditioning. They give them opportunity to shoot once. They go there, they will mess up because the girl just take a line. She try, but she not really depict the character very well. She know where the doctor role well. She know where the lawyer's role well. She know act as police well. Now, when you ask yourself all this question, you need to ask yourself, have you been in the presence of a doctor before? How do they talk? How did they ask questions? Okay. When you answer yourself all these things, boom. Believe you me, because you know the place where you are is a hospital. Because you ask yourself this right question, you are set to deliver. You are set to deliver. Now, next thing is, which time are we? In most plays, they have times, the resonant period, the medieval period, and the rest. Now, but then in this, ask yourself, which year, which time are we? Now, knowing the period of that particular play, when it is set, the play it is set. Most plays is set in the 80s, in the 90s, in the 60s, and the set in the 90s and the 60s. It will help you, understand your diction, understand the locale where you are. Yeah, the locale where you are. If the movie is set in the 60s, you know your diction, your English, you won't have this good flowing accent. No, you won't. For instance, if the play is in the 60s and the play is actually being produced or look at the background of the play is an Igbo settings, which is the local and Igbo settings, you know that maybe you now know that, look, okay, this is a hospital. Now it is in the 80s. You know how the 80s hospital is. You know how the doctors they speak. You know how they behave. You actually know. Okay, now I'm in the hospital and this is the 80s, and you check yourself the facilities there and everything. Then you ask yourself, how do the 80s doctors, how do they behave? How most times none of these places they'll wear you their costume. Most times costumes helps you to harness your character, because once you're on costumes, you know, oh, good, it is time for action. You understand? It is time for action. So once you know the place, once you know the time where you are, because like the time and local actually expands. Like I said, if for the producers, if the time is in the 60s, the costume and everything will change. The props and everything changes. You understand? If it is situated in Yoruba, you know that the props, the costumes, everything will be depicting Yoruba culture, Yoruba language. Even when you're speaking, the accent will be slightly a bit of Yoruba, not even slightly a bit, but more of Yoruba accent. You understand? If it is in a Yoruba little small town where there is a small hospital, it's got to be like that, because most times those days, most doctors didn't actually go abroad. They study here in Nigeria, and they actually start working here. So you know that, oh, as a doctor, that I have to put this small fluent Yoruba language, and possibly at least in Yoruba. Originality, possibly at least in Yoruba. So if you know that, look, the locale where you are, this is Yoruba land or Igbo land, this is 1940, 1960. Okay, it is not there in the script. Most script does not have these things. Most script does not have these things. Most script does not have these things. So you have to create it. You understand? Create it up here. You have to create it up here. Yeah, you have to create it up here. You understand? I will tell you what you do, but after telling you the unity of action. Now you are in the hospital. Now, what is the action going to have? Action happening there? What is about to happen? What is the action here? Oh, you're in the hospital now. Oh, okay. Somebody is sick. Oh, somebody's about to die. So am I supposed to come in hurried, disturbed? Am I supposed to come in like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, is the person not in emergency state? Is it just a pregnant woman that has felt pain or contraction? Oh, is it just a minor accident? Okay, how do I approach this? How do I move this? And now, when you're asking yourself all these questions, you need to answer yourself. Very important. It helps. For instance, it's a woman with maybe let me say somebody that came in with the high fever, which is not a very big deal. You understand? Once you come in a bit, you work in a bit, because maybe the client is a wealthy man, a billionaire, and billionaires, how you attend to them, because they are people patronizing you. So all these things are what you take into consideration in your action there. Sometimes it's good for you to ask, when you get all these things, it's good for you to ask the director, look, these things are not in the script, please. Look, this is what I want to achieve. Can I do it? A good director hearing you will say, okay, will say, you can actually achieve it. You can actually achieve that and do it. Let me see. A good director. Now, the whole part of it is, when you answer yourself all these questions, the unity of time, place, and action, it helps you to actualize that scene very well, because now you've answer yourself this question. I mean, hospital, who an actor, a doctor is, how they act, how they perform, the time and the locale, the accents to use, the costume already, the makeup and everything, the makeup and even the props I've given you, that feeling of the time that you are. Most times it's not there, but you clicked on it on your head. Now you know the action and place, the action that is taken on that place, and this particular action demand this reaction, demand this kind of acting, because this is what is going to happen here. Boom, you're there. But then in all, you need to create a backstory. You need to create a backstory. Now, those questions you ask yourself are what brings that backstory. Okay, I'm in the hospital. Who am I? Answer that question. How did I get here? You answer that question. Is anybody looking at me to succeed? Is anybody looking at me to fail? No, I must not fail. I am a doctor. I'm in this place right now. I'm here to treat the patient. No, I have to treat this patient. How do I do that? Now you can give yourself a backstory. You create yourself a backstory, and that backstory helps you to actualize your scene. You see? So with this, if you go to every auditioning, once you have the auditioning script at your hands, you look at the script, you look at the lines. Now, like I said, read the lines. Understand the lines. In every line that you read, there's an imagery, there is a picture painted there, that is a message, that there is a symbol that is there. Look for those symbols, look for those symbols, look for those images, look for those pictures. It will help you know what you're doing in that scene. So what I've just taught you guys today is the 3 unities, how to actually help yourself when you go for an auditioning, how to stay calm, how to understand your character, the character you're about to audition for, what it takes to deliver, and how to deliver. Things to ask yourself, the time, unity of time, place, and action. So anytime you go for auditioning, believe me, the reason why you might not get that role, I don't know. But whatever you do, please also watch out for, like I said, the locale, the accent that is needed, the location, the locale, the place where you are. Because most people look at your actions, look at your accents, your pronunciations, the way you speak. So please, if you can do this and do it very well, you are good to go. So for those coming to my WhatsApp pages that you want to act, you want to be in the movie, this is what you should do. So when I put out a casting call there for a movie role, this is what I want to see from you. So when you come on my set, kill it. Make me have no other choice but to use you. So like and subscribe, follow this page, because like I said before, I'm going to teach about the magic of memory recall, tell you how to get into that situation and how to move away from the situation of when you have to do a memory recall, the disadvantage and advantage of it. So stay tuned with this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Have any question, ask in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned till I drop the next teaching or the next class.